Today we're taking a look at some brand new technical riding clothing from Nukeproof, and I have both women's and men's specific gear here. Now the best thing of all is we're giving away 2 full sets of women's clothing and 2 full sets of men's clothing, but you'll have to stay tuned to find out a bit more about them. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the features. This is the Blackline range. It's the premium trail riding clothing from Nukeproof, and in both the men's and women's options there are shorts and there are jerseys available in both short and long sleeve options. First up, let's take a look at the women's stuff. Okay, so first up we're taking a look at the women's Blackline jersey, of which there are long sleeve and short sleeve options. There's 5 sizes available, ranging from small through to double XL, and there's 3 colours available in each, all of which are quite lifestyle related. So you can colour code them in with your bikes, or you can just chop and choose as you prefer. Fabric wise, they're actually derived from a coffee based material. Now the cool thing about this is it naturally has antibacterial properties on it, which means it's going to resist that dreaded trail funk for a lot longer. Another upside of this coffee derived fabric is the fact it's naturally UV resistant, and it also dries 200% faster than regular cotton. So much better than just running a regular t-shirt. Now the jerseys are actually packed with a whole bunch of tech features while still managing to look just like a regular tech tee. So for starters, the back is slightly lower than the front, just to aid that fit when you're on the bike itself. And there's really cool panels in these too. So the armpits themselves are made of a stretch ventilated fabric, which also wraps around to the back of the jersey. So really good for getting heat away and for drying up that sweat on the fly. There's also a little zippered pocket on the side here, which you could use for an MP3 player, something like that, because there's a headphone port within there. Of course, also good for a car key or something else, nice and compact. Overall stitching is really good. Triple stitch is just a really nicely made jersey. For the long sleeve option, it's got a slightly different neck opposed to the round neck that you get on the short sleeve option. It looks a bit more like a race jersey compared to the more casual styling of the short sleeve option. And it's got nice long sleeves to make sure they don't run up too much when you're in the saddle. Now with the women's shorts, there's 2 colour options available. The petrol blue, as you can see here, or classic black with yellow detailing on them. Now the shorts are made from a polyester elastane blend on them, and they've got what I think is the optimum amount of stretch to them. Some shorts are a bit lighter and have what I think too much stretch, and they can snag on the saddle. These seem to have it just right, but they feel tough and durable whilst you're at it. Now the crotch stitching is triple stitched on these, so they're going to be really tough and durable for all of that saddle time that you're going to have on them. And there's a whole bunch of other cool features. So there's twin pockets on these with tough YKK zippers. Now unlike some other brands that use the finer zips, these have got the really chunky ones. They're not affected by mud. Perfect for mountain biking. They're also mesh lined, so you're not going to get too hot on the inside there. Now something in particular that's quite cool about these shorts is they manage to look quite casual despite the fact they're technical. You could use these as a fairly casual short, thanks to the fact they have belt loops on them, and they've got a regular looking double popper fly with a YKK zipper. All looks good. When you look at the inside, it's a bit more tech. Silicone grippers on both sides to make sure they stay firmly in place and they don't ride around. And you've got a nice wicking material on the back there just to absorb any sweat. There's also internal cinches with a hook and loop closure, so you can adjust the waist if you don't want to run a belt with them. I think that's a really nice touch. On the back of the short, there's a single zippered pocket. Same thing applies. It's a nice, tough, thick YKK zip. It's got Nukeproof detailing on it, which looks good. Again, a mesh inside there. Not the sort of pocket you might use when you're riding, but for casual use, for putting a wallet in, something like that, is ideal. Now, as far as the cut goes, they're definitely more on the casual side, but again, they're very fitted around the waist, but quite loose in the legs. So it's comfortable and it's going to draw in a lot of air. Now, depending on your height, they're going to sit either on your knee pads or a little bit lower. And one last thing to mention is the fabric itself is DWR coated. Now, whilst this does not mean they're waterproof shorts, it does mean it helps repel water and, more importantly, helps avoid soaking up the water, which leads to heavy, saggy shorts. And of course, that's going to happen in mountain biking, so that's a good feature. Now with the men's, it's a fairly similar range, or there's slightly different options. So there's a long sleeve jersey and a short sleeve jersey, just like the women's. The cut is the same basis, except it's cut around men. There's 5 different sizes from small through to double XL. And in both the short sleeve and the long sleeve, there's 3 different color options. The designs are very slightly different, although the color palette is the same. So you can match if you have a riding partner of the opposite sex, and I think they look really smart. Feature-wise, they're the same. They have the same trusty YKK zippers, got the same antibacterial coating and UV protection. Good stuff. When it comes to the shorts, there's 3 options available in colours. There's trusty black, there's petrol blue, and there's the khaki like I have on display here. And they have the exact same features, only they are cut for men. That means they're available in the same 5 sizes, a little bit bigger, ranging from small through to double XL. And they've got all the same features. The DWR coating on them. They're made from the same elastane and polyester blend. They've got the trusty YKK zips that don't clog up with mud, and the nice extra features like that waistband that you have the choice of running a belt with. Really smart looking kit. Now, more importantly for you guys, we are giving away 2 full sets of men's gear and the women's gear. So you can choose between short sleeve, long sleeve, the sizing and the color options for you. If you want to enter that competition, click the link below this video and you will find out very soon who's going to win them. Good luck. If you want to see some more cool Nukeproof stuff, click over here. If you want to see my Nukeproof Mega bike check. And don't forget, if you like Nukeproof stuff, give us a thumbs up